So I wouldn't normally tell everybody my plugins, don't know why, but today I'm going to tell you 3 that I use on every single session. On this channel, I don't tend to talk about plugins majorly. I do use plugins. I am hybrid, so I'm in the box, I'm out of the box. I use digital equipment, I use analog equipment, I use plugins, depending on the kind of sound that I'm wanting to get, what I'm trying to achieve. Sometimes you just want to stay in the box because it sounds better staying in the box and you don't need any analog juice. Yeah, a lot of the times I mix it up. So I don't tend to talk too much about plugins. I'm probably going to do a bit more. So I wouldn't normally tell everybody my plugins, don't know why. But today I'm going to tell you 3 that I use on every single session. So number 1 is standard in most mastering studios now, and if you haven't got it, if you are a mastering engineer or you want to master, then you should. It's the FabFilter Pro-L 2. Now, the reason why I like this so much is because it can manipulate the sound. So it can handle serious amounts of level going in. You can get, like, add 6 dB to 9 dB of gain. And depending on what you've done previously, obviously, you can't add that if you're already massively into high RMS. It's just going to crush it to death. But the fact is, with this plugin, which I really love about it, is the algorithms at the bottom where you can select all-round, dynamic, punchy. They're my 3 go-tos, by the way. In the algorithm down the bottom, there's transparent and all these. So I'll flick through those. I like those. The thing that's great about it, I can play with the release and attack times. I can play with the oversampling, which is really good. If you can get that to work at time 16, it sounds great. So there's loads and loads of features on it where you can really change the sound of things. And when you've got tracks that are coming in that are over compressed, really tight, you can sort of move them about a little bit more. As if you're really pushing into this limiter, you can still make it sound quite clear and dynamic without actually, you know, it's not just brick walling and sounding really flat. It's a really good open sounding limiter. So it's become the standard in most mastering studios. So definitely try it out if you haven't. If you have got it, then try those settings that I said. I like the A/B thing at the top. That's cool just for checking the settings out. And yeah, my go-tos are punchy, all-round and dynamic. Try it out. Number 2, my second favourite plugin that I use a lot is the new one from Weiss, which is the DSA. Now, I have done a video on this before. I'll put it there. I love this. I use it so much. It's so open. I have got the Weiss EQ here, which I use a lot in the digital world. I did have the Weiss DSA as an outboard box, but it was silly money, and I only used it for the DSA. So when I saw this DSA come along, perfect. I think it retails at about $120, $140, but it's worth every penny of it because not only does it take away any harshness or tizzy digital stuff in the top end, the DSA is so transparent and you can really, it doesn't pull the top down. A lot of DSAs, because they're mainly compressing the high end, which is what's happening. This does compress the top end, but it still sounds really clear and really open. It doesn't sound like it's bringing down the tops. So it's really, really cool. You can move it around to really hear exactly and pinpoint in what you're doing. It has 2 bands on it so that you can do different things with MS as well. So watch my video, I'll go into more detail there, but that is an excellent plugin that you should definitely get for your, even for your mix bus. It's really good for just de-essing vocals just on their own. It's mega, so try that out. And then the third one, which is my new favourite, I've got it now on everything, and it's not a plugin to manipulate the sound, but it is a plugin for just hearing what I'm doing, and so it's essential for me now, and I use it constantly. Now, it's called the Metric AB. I did a video on it last week, which goes into a bit more detail, but the difference is with this is where I used to have 2 outputs coming from my D2As onto my desk, I would have to, by ear, work out the before to the after. So I'd have to pump the level up of the before. So I could say I was always kind of done by ear, which is great because it's helping train your ears, obviously. But the downside to that is you're forever tweaking and forever changing. Now, with this AB plugin, you can match the level of the input track to your output track. So you know it's pretty much exactly the same. It's a lot closer than what it was when I was on my desk doing it. So it's an amazing tool to have so that I can just reference really quickly. So even if somebody sent you a master, you can then put your mix in and hear exactly what they've done to it. So it's brilliant from that point of view, and it really keeps me on my toes, because it's so easy, especially when you're in a session with clients, to just drop the level of the before so that your after just sounds a dB or two louder and they're wowed by it. I mean, I've done it many a time, obviously, to kind of get the client loving what I'm doing. But in reality these days, people are listening to things in their home studios and they're going to level match it anyway. So it really makes you work and really makes you like listen to what you're doing. And I think it's great from that point of view. So definitely check out the Metric AB. That's my 3 plugins that I use constantly that I really like. So I hope that's helped you. I hope you get them, check them out, see what you think. If you like these kind of videos, please subscribe, please like the video, and go to streaky.com, sign up to my newsletter. It's the Audio Anoraks newsletter. If you haven't signed up already, then you definitely should. You'll get loads of value from that. It only comes out once a month. There are giveaways. I get discounts on stuff from different plugin suppliers and different hardware people, so always handy just for that. And I'll also point you in the direction of things that I've seen around the web or around wherever that I think will interest you because they've interested me. So if you like that kind of thing, go to streaky.com, sign up to the Audio Anoraks newsletter, and thanks for watching. Till next time, bye.